Hello, America. It's been a minute, but I am back. So today I would like to talk about the word pivot. Pivot. Pivot, like in basketball. Pivot. So personally, what's going on with these edges? Got these naps going on. But anyway, pivoting. All right. Maybe I should start going off of one a whim, or I can go with what I wrote down. So pivoting. I think pivoting. You ever feel like, sometimes you don't have to quit. Maybe you just need to pivot. You just need to go on a different route. Like you have the same destination, but you have to go a different route. Like you had a plan, life changed, you had a goal, the route changed. Or even like maybe you made some mistakes and you learned that those weren't working for you. Like, I'm going to give an example. Maybe in your life, you feel like stuck. Oh, hold my shirt. But so maybe you feel stuck, and instead of giving up, you pivot. Same destination, different route, And I kind of feel like at this point where I'm at in my life, I have to pivot because the things that I was doing I was always ending up in the wrong route, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, I think like one of the hardest things in life is realizing that you had a plan and it doesn't work, and the plan that you actually had, where you want to get, where you want to go, that doesn't necessarily mean you failed. I personally think that it means you need to just pivot. You just need to take some time out yourself, isolate from everybody, get rid of the outside noise and distractions, and talk with yourself and figure out a new route. I was watching this podcast and this lady, she was like, is like an example. Um, it doesn't mean like you're starting over. It means you need to just recognize what you're doing isn't working, and you have to be willing to change your approach. Like, it's okay to make a mistake. Like, it's you have the same vision, just a different route. And I think I'm at that point in my life where I'm learning exactly what that means, you know? So I was on a route, I'm on a route to play professional basketball, something I've always dreamed of doing, wanted to do, just channeling my inner child. And I was in a route, I was playing, but I had to come home because they weren't going to let us know if we made the team or not. So I came home, and not even like a couple of days later, I got into a bad car accident, extremely bad. Um, it's hard for me because um, alright, I'm gonna start crying, but let's not do that. Um, a bad car accident, and I lost someone very special to me. Um, and she was part of my journey. She helped me with my journey. She uh, just a very important person in my life. Um, and, of course, in the car accident, I got injured. So I'm still in the midst of recovering physically and mentally. Um, but that's neither here nor there. But at that moment, in these moments, I felt like God is telling me that I had to pivot. The things I was doing wasn't a good approach. And now that I'm here now, August, it happened in February, like not long ago, a couple months ago. Um, I just feel as though that I have to pivot. I had to change the way I was doing things. I had to stop doing things, stop talking to certain people, stop hanging with certain people. I had to just pivot. You gotta, like I said, you gotta find a different way to do things. And I still have the same vision. I'm still going to be playing basketball. And it's so crazy to me because literally I play basketball and I'm talking about pivoting. Even in basketball, if you know basketball, you have to have one foot planted on the other foot to pivot around to get around to either score or to get around the defender. Same destination, the hoop. You just gotta get around the player, get around the problem. Same destination. You just gotta use that foot to pivot around whatever you got going on. So doing that, I had to change the way I was doing things. And I'm telling you, it's super hard. super, super, super hard. Um, People always telling me, "Oh, you have so much willpower, like you're so strong." I personally don't think I'm strong. I I'm just going with the flow. I'm just, you know, doing what I do. I gotta continue my. I have to find a different route, and super. I personally think it's super hard the position I'm in, and I don't think people understand that. Um, like I have to do things for me so I can get where I need to be because the outside noise is not helping me. You know, like I really have to pivot. Like I gotta find a different route. I gotta do things a different way, but I still have the same vision, and that vision is not gonna stop. People are always asking, "Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" Same vision. Oh, you can't do this. Same vision. Oh, how you gonna beat it? Same vision. I'm not stopping. Same vision. Just got a little obstacle. It's okay though. God does things for us to understand, or for whoever's journey it is to understand what we need to understand for our life and our journey. The other person is not gonna understand why she's doing this that way. And then when you explain it, you might sound crazy because they don't understand the way that you think because they're probably in a different frequency or they don't know. They just in their own whatever. So right now, you just gotta pivot and I'm not giving up. I'm pivoting.